Why am I so unfunny? Whenever someone starts a conversation with me, I can't come up with anything interesting or funny to say, so I just end up giving a boring reply like "that's crazy, dang," and then I see other people that are hilarious and can come up with witty responses in a fraction of a second. Meanwhile, it takes me 2 hours after the conversation is over to realize a good response I could have said. Why am I like this? How can I fix this? It is a big problem in my life and I have no friends because of it. Has anyone had this problem and solved it? If you did solve it, how did you do it? First off, you're not alone in this at all. A lot of people feel the same way. Stuck in a conversation, wanting to say something funny or interesting, but only managing to come up with a "dang" or "that's crazy." It can feel frustrating when you see other people effortlessly coming up with witty responses in the moment, while you're left replaying the conversation in your head hours later, thinking of the perfect thing you could have said. But here's the thing. Quick-wittedness isn't something everyone just has. Even the funniest people have their moments of blanking or overthinking what they should say. The fact that you're reflecting on it is already a big step. You're aware of how you feel, and that's where growth starts. It's also important to remember that not every conversation needs to be filled with humor or clever comebacks. Sometimes just being a good listener and engaging in the conversation without worrying about being funny can build stronger connections. People appreciate authenticity over trying to be a funny one. If you're struggling to come up with something witty on the spot, that's perfectly normal. It's a skill that can be developed, but it takes time and practice. Start by lowering the pressure on yourself. Stop expecting every conversation to be a comedy show. When you're just being present and focused on the moment, you'll find that the witty comments start flowing naturally. It's also about getting comfortable with silence and letting yourself think in the moment. That doesn't mean you have to be quiet all the time, but it helps to ease the pressure of needing to respond immediately. Another thing to keep in mind is that sometimes the best response is simply being genuine. Humor can be great, but it doesn't always need to be the centerpiece of a conversation. Focus on connecting with others, even if that means giving a simple, thoughtful reply. Over time, you'll probably notice that you get quicker at coming up with responses, and you won't feel like you're playing catch-up anymore. So don't be too hard on yourself. Everyone has moments where they wish they'd said something different, but that doesn't mean you're unfunny. You just need to give yourself the space to grow and practice. And most importantly, remember that you don't need to be witty all the time to make meaningful connections.